Hey folks, welcome to my office, and today I want to introduce you to the brand new forest green version of the Gura Kiboko City Commuter 18 litre. Now this isn't going to be a review video. I've reviewed this bag before and I'll stick a link in the corner and in the description. There's also a discount code in the description, so you should check that out. But I did still want to make another video about this bag because, well, I think the forest green looks fantastic and it's a color that's been very popular with Gura Gear's other bags. So I'm excited to see it come to the City Commuter lineup. Now, when I reviewed this bag, I said, I think this is the best camera bag for most people, and I stand by that. So what we're going to do today is grab 3 different kits, a Canon Kit, Nikon Kit, and a Sony Kit. We're going to pack this bag 3 different ways so you can get a sense of how you might want to pack it and use it with your gear. All right, I'm going to switch to the top-down camera and we'll get right to it. Okay, let's get this thing packed. As I said, this is the forest green Kiboko City Commuter 18 litre, and we're going to pack it with Canon, Sony, and Nikon gear. But before we do that, we have some common camera accessories that I would take on any given day, no matter what brand of camera I'm using. So we'll pack that stuff into the accessory pockets. On the front here, we have lots of internal organization. The first thing I would pack would be my memory cards. This is a Gura Gear Tembo wallet. Very similar in style to the Kiboko bags, made from the same ripstop X-Pack nylon there. And there's a tether in the front of the bag to keep this thing safe. It's really easy to have thousands of dollars worth of thousands of dollars worth of memory cards in your card wallet these days. So it's important to keep that tethered so it's nice and safe. Then the next thing I would grab would be a USB-C cable, because everything I own these days is chargeable with USB-C, so I never go anywhere without at least one USB-C cable and a small USB-C charger. That's going to go in there. And with that I can charge my cameras, my phone, my laptop, GPS device, iPad, you name it basically. So it's not the most powerful charger that I have, but it's just a great one to have with me at all times. So looking on the other side, similar story with the internal organization, slightly different layout, but still lots of options here. So we're going to take some batteries. Importantly, these would be my charged batteries, which I'd put on this side. And as I deplete the batteries throughout the day, I would move the dead batteries to the opposite side. So when I get home, I know that anything in this pocket needs to go on the charger. Now with this pocket here, it's got a little bit more space in it. So I'm going to grab a small filter case here. I've always got some polarizing filters with me for all the lenses, so I'm going to stuff that one in there. And then I think we'll leave this side blank. It's a good place to put, quick access items like gloves or a hat or something if you need it, but for now we can just leave that one blank. Okay, let's flip this over. This is primarily a rear access backpack, so you'd get to your camera gear through the back panel here. We'll put camera gear in here shortly, but to start with, let's just finish our kind of tech EDC configuration. Camera gear is going to go here. If I spin this around, we've got all this organization in the lid for your laptop and tablet and that kind of stuff. So we'll take a couple of SSDs to start with. Pop those in here. These are the crucial 4 terabyte versions. We'll take a card reader, pro-grade USB 4 CF Express reader. Stick that right in there. Then we are going to need a few cables for that stuff. So 2 cables for the drives, 1 for the card reader. Stick that in this pocket. Okay. And then up the top here, we have another one of these magnetic fidlock buckles. Just kind of snap together really nicely like that. There's 2 sleeves up here. So you've got a tablet sleeve and a laptop sleeve. I'm going to stick my iPad Air. This is actually in a little case already, but there's enough padding in this tablet sleeve that you really wouldn't need to do that. But mine's already in the case, so we'll leave it in there like that. Tablet goes in there, and then there's another sleeve at the back for your laptop. So let's shove that. This is a MacBook Air, 14-inch MacBook Air, and snap that shut. So in the back here, we've got card reader, drives, cables, tablet, and laptop. That's all neatly organized. And then before we add some camera gear, I also just want to show you in this roll top section. So another couple of buckles here. I'm not really sure how easy this is going to be to show you the interior of the roll top here, but basically you've got a bit of expandable volume here, and inside it there is a little bit of space to store some more gear. So there's 4 more little mesh pockets there, and I like to keep some audio gear in there. So I have this little, it's called the Etc. case, 1 liter, another Gura Gear thing, and not surprisingly, it's the perfect fit for this top section. So I kind of tuck that away in there, and then you do have quite a bit of extra volume here. You can stuff a jacket in here, that kind of stuff, and kind of use that extra volume there as needed. And if you don't need it, well, you can just clip these buckles shut and just do them up nice and tight. You can also stash stuff on the top of the bag and just strap them on there with these buckles. Right, so we kind of got our camera accessories on the front with our filters and our memory cards. We've got our tech accessories here. We've got some video recording stuff. This is actually obviously the volume from where we put the audio gear there, which is accessible from the roll top. And then this is where we're going to put our camera gear. So I'll grab a selection of Canon gear, Nikon gear, and Sony gear, and we'll pack that, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I've already done a little bit of the setup here because nobody wants to hear me tearing these apart for 5 minutes. So I've prepared this for our first setup, which will be a really great general purpose Canon kit. We'll start with the R5 Mark II and the RF 24-70 f2.8. We're going to stick that in the bottom of the bag right here. And the reason is that the Sony Commuter actually has a side access hatch. So we'll be able to access this lens with our walk around lens 24-70 2.8 without opening the back panel. So you can just open the side hatch there and pull that camera out. So that's great. Then we're going to throw in the 15-35 2.8, great for landscapes and kind of city stuff, architecture. Then we're going to put in 1.4 extender. You'll see why in a second. And over here we're going to put the RF 100-500. So that works with the extender, and that'll take our 500 out to a 700. So with this kit right here, we go from 15 all the way to 700 millimeters in a 3.5 lens kit. So that's great. Fits really, really nicely in here. Nothing's really squeezed in there. There's actually a bunch of space. You could put a few other accessories dotted around this bag with this setup. But let's say we want to have another lens. Let's just have a look where we can stick that. So I'm going to open up, hang on, let me just zoom out slightly so you can see. So we'll just undo these magnetic buckles and open the roll top section. A little hard to see, but this is nicely padded in the top here, so we can definitely put more camera gear. In this case, I'm going to grab an RF 100 macro, stick that right in there, and then I often use this little Gura Gear Etc. 1 liter case for my audio gear, so we'll just stick that little pouch in there, sized for the top of this bag. So there's still plenty of room on the top here. We could stick a jacket in there in that roll top, no problem. So we use the magnets to kind of take up the slack there and then get this buckled down. So here's our 18 liter pack. We've got lenses from focal lengths from 15 millimeters all the way out to 700, and a macro lens on top of that, and our laptop and our iPad, our solid state drives, all our accessories, filters, etc. Yeah, that's a fantastic way to pack this if you have some Canon gear or, you know, equivalents of all those lenses with any other brands. This is really just to give you some ideas. So now I'm going to repack this with a completely different setup using some Nikon gear, and then we'll look at Sony. Okay, on to the second setup of the day, and this time we're going to use Nikon gear, and we're going to pack my favorite ultralight wildlife photography kit. So that all starts with the incredible 600mm f6.3 PF lens, super sharp, super lightweight, very, very compact, and a perfect fit here in the bottom of the Sony Commuter 18 liter. Then we're going to take the Nikon Z8 and stick that over here with the 24-120. Great general purpose lens, great for animalscapes where you want to have a smaller animal in a broader landscape. So I always like to have that with me when I'm working on wildlife images. This works pretty well with the teleconverters, so we'll throw in the 2x and the 1.4 there. So we've got 24-120, and then we have 600, then we have 840 with the 1.4, and 1200 millimeters with the 2x there. Of course, you need a lot of light to make that work, but it's still pretty sharp if you do have that light. But there is a bit of a gap between 100 and 600 that we need to fill in. So let's close up the bag here and take care of that with our roll top section again. So we kind of put the bonus lens in there with Canon. Let me zoom out so you can see what we're doing here. Here is our little padded section in the top. And in this instance, I'm going to take the Nikon 100 to 400 S lens, and that is the perfect fit horizontally in that little space up the top there. Not sure how well you can see that, but it's in there. It's well protected. And we'll stick our little audio kit in the top there as we did last time around as well. And get this all buckled up. So there we have a completely different kit to our Canon kit, really, because this time we've got a 600 prime lens. It's giving us a little less versatility than that 100 to 500 that we have with the Canon, but the prime is a lot sharper, and it's actually a little bit lighter as well. So super versatile kit, one of my favorite wildlife photography kits if I want to stay light and nimble, or if I'm traveling on a small plane, a small commuter jet, something like that, where I have limited baggage space, then I can fit that whole kit in this 18-liter pack with the laptop and the iPad and, you know, the solid state drives and all that stuff too. So great little kit. And now let's move on to a Sony kit. Okay, I've reconfigured this bag one more time. This time we're going to use some Sony gear. But as I said before, you know, we could put the same equivalent lenses in the same places with the different brands, but that wouldn't be a lot of fun. So I wanted to touch on a different setup here. This is going to be a multi-camera setup. With the Canon and the Nikon kits, we just had a single camera body. But in this case, we're going to take a Sony Alpha 1 with a 70-200 f2.8 GM2. As you can see, that fits perfectly horizontally in this City Commuter pack. That's not an accident. Then we're going to take an Alpha, this is an A7 IV with a 24-70 f2.8 GM2, and we'll stick it in the bottom here so it's accessible through that side hatch. Then we're going to take the 16-25 2.8, which I find works really, really well as a companion with the 24-70 2.8. There's not as much overlap as there is with the 16-35, and it's a lot smaller. So we'll take that and stick that down the bottom. And then the GM2 version of the 70-200 works really, really well with the teleconverters. So we'll take a 2x and a 1.4x in there. And then this kit has got us from 16 to 400 millimeters with 3 f2.8 zooms and 2 camera bodies. So that's a really great kit. But what if we wanted a third body? Well, we could do that as well. We can make use of the roll top section. Again, let me just zoom out slightly so we can see in here a little better. So here's our padded section in the top of the bag. And in this instance, I'm just going to take an A6700 with a 15mm prime on it. Let's say this is our vlogging camera that we want to carry, and we'll just drop that in there. Plenty of room in there. I could have put another full frame camera in there with a much larger lens if I wanted to. And Gura Gear actually sell a padded insert that drops in here that gives you a few extra dividers if you feel like you need that. But we'll just drop that in there as our vlogging camera, and we're going to take our audio pouch that we've been using in the other setups and stuff that in there, and then roll this up again and use those magnets to secure everything. So there we go, our third setup of the day. 3 fairly different setups. And in fact, you know, one last thing, let me just show you this side access. I've been talking about it, but let's just show it to you. So there we go, the side access there for our 24-70 2.8 attached to our full frame Sony camera there. So that's a great feature of this bag as well. But yes, let me get back to it. Yes, 3 setups, 3 different purposes, all in this great little 18-liter pack with our laptop. We've got our solid state drives and our card readers and our filters and all the accessories we need. Really, honestly, you could do almost anything with a kit like this in a bag this small that can fit on just about any airplane you can think of. That's, yeah, one of the reasons I really love this City Commuter bag. Don't forget there is a discount code in the description below, and yeah, I hope you found that interesting, useful, inspiring as a way that you might want to pack this bag. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'll have plenty more in the future. Thanks for watching.